Thank you to anybody who's tuning in live with us for Coffee with CPG. This morning we have Trent, Goodwin, and myself getting ready. Go ahead and shoot us a comment or give us a thumbs up if you can hear our sound. If you can hear our words, please let us know.
Absolutely. If you'd like to hear us talk, or you just want us to be quiet, either way. Like it, share it.
Now accepting all comments, telling us to please shut our mouths and go back to work. I'm just going to get our iPad set up so I can actually interact with all of you, which will be the fun part. And bear with us while we get everything just finalized here. As you might imagine, getting set up to do all of this from the show floor at SEMA is a little bit of a challenge, but we're making do. Everything is good, and we are happy to be here, and we are happy that the booth is actually set up. That's a big deal for us right about now.
Absolutely. The booth is set up, the product is out, so all we got to do now is get this show started.
Yeah. Right. Let's see. And if you are tuned in, if you want to go ahead and like and share this post out to your friends, I'm going to do that as well as we get started here. And I run back to my seat and I make sure that the camera is facing the correct direction. Hi guys, welcome to SEMA.
Shock and awe. There is somebody behind the coffee cup.
Yeah. So, like I said, this is Coffee with CPG. Trent finds himself exceptionally well caffeinated this morning, so he refused to continue down that path. It's probably for the better.
I drank my coffee with a 2-mile walk that I just did, running this way to get onto this live feed.
Yeah, so that's one of the things that, all right, cool. That's one of the things that we love and hate while we're here at the SEMA Show is all of the exercise we get. I mean, hey. I've done as much as 16 miles in a day.
High blood pressure? What is that? I'm going to take care of that this week.
Yeah, absolutely. So Trent is getting his fitness on and running from the parking structure to here while we were getting all wired in and set up. So, like I said, I've gone ahead and shared this post myself, and it is finalizing now. I'd appreciate it if you do the same. For anybody who does, go ahead and like and share this post. We will have, look at our titles. We're sitting in the wrong seats, Trent. That's all right. Welcome to Coffee with CPG. My name is Trent Goodwin, and I'm here with Kirsten Stone.
Trent, you look very attractive.
Thank you, Trent. You're not looking so bad. Thank you, Kirsten.
There you go. You're going to get it right sooner or later.
Yeah, we're nailing it here, you guys. So go ahead and share it. You'll be entered to win a t-shirt and hat from the CPG brand of your choice as a thank you for helping us to spread the good word here. So this is labeled Day Zero. The show is not really going on yet, and there's chaos everywhere. I mean, you're probably hearing forklifts and the bumping music in the background. And
case in point, I'm watching a forklift driver about knock our booth over.
Yeah, if you happen to see the camera just like tank over sideways, just know that it was just a forklift, and we'll be back with you momentarily. So tell me, Trent, what's been the craziest part of setup for you?
It's been hot this year.
It has.
I'm not going to really complain about the weather because it's very cold in Memphis right now where we're from. But in Vegas, it's very unusually warm this year. I mean, normally it's pretty cool this time of the year, but it's hot. It's been hot.
Yeah, absolutely.
But take the weather side of everything. It's been a pretty cool year. We got a new booth location this year, so we sort of moved around this year to try to get some better traffic. And I tell you what, I think I really like it because we're right in the middle of the thick of things. We got all of our competitors around us, and man, I'm really excited to get this show started.
Yeah, you say competitors, I say all of our industry friends. So that's one of the things that I really love about this part of the week is it's still very casual. It's all very, jeans and t-shirts, and everybody is hard at work, but also catching up with people that we haven't seen since we were here last year. And it's always a good time, and it's just that little bit of calm before the storm, or I guess it's kind of the storm before the storm. But, it's a good time while we're here and setting up, and like I said, just catching up with everybody.
Absolutely. We've been here since Friday. Obviously, setting up our display, setting up our booth was probably our largest booth we've had, so we had to make sure to bring adequate product to fill it properly. But we've got every CPG brand on display here at SEMA this year, at SEMA 2017. And it took us a whole 3 days to get everything put up and lined out and cleaned up and detailed and oriented properly. But we're here, we're ready. All we need now is the doors to open.
Andrew just said he needs a TCI 700R4. Andrew, if you're out at the show this week, swing on by. We have some really cool stuff coming down the line on that. We have a bunch of new products in the booth, which, as you may see, all of these satin sheets on things behind us. It's not just because Comp has a weird sense of humor, but because we have to hide all the goods, you guys. There's so much chaos in here, and we have all these beautiful new products, and we know how those sneaky media people are. They'll just be around here snapping pictures if they could see it. So we keep everything covered till tomorrow. Stay tuned this week because we will be doing big new products updates. Thank you, Andrew. It is very cool. Like I said, if you're out here at the show, definitely come check it out. We'll be doing updates on all of the new products as we go through the week with a quick overview with Chris Douglas tomorrow. And we'll actually be doing a pretty interesting, I want to say it's an announcement tomorrow with Chris, but it's going to be like a little bit of a turn, a little bit of a twist for all of CPG. Some really interesting and good stuff coming down the line. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with all of you. What about show cars?
Show cars.
You see anything you love?
They are rolling in as we speak. I have seen some beautiful cars, beautiful trucks. You know, it was funny, we sit there and we talked about earlier in the week, what are going to be the trends? Well, right now it is trucks. That's what I expected. I expected trucks, but it's very diverse. I've seen all these retrofit old style trucks that have been turned into Bajas. I've also seen a lot of Resto Mod C10s where they're retrofitted with all the newest, latest technology.
A lot of hashtag LS the world going on in the C10s.
Exactly.
That's a huge thing, obviously.
You know, there's one truck that I've seen pictures of. It's a 67 C10 with a camper on the back of it. And it has an LS swap with W motor valve covers on it. It's top to bottom, probably one of the nicest things here. I've seen pictures of it. I've got to track that truck down and look at it. Yeah, I saw there's a Tri-5 pickup that's out front. You called the color root beer, and I think that's about right. That truck is beautiful, and it's a turbo 5.3, so it's a show car, but it's got to be a driver. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And when I was walking here, there was a couple of autocross C10s having way too much fun in the parking lot. It made me a little bit jealous that I had to run away from it. But it's a lot of action going on right now. I mean, speaking about trucks, I know I'll get in trouble for this because it's, you know, it's my joy and my love. There's like the number one Bigfoot over here next to us. Oh, yeah. It is so cool. It's still got rust, dent, faded paint. It is super cool. It's not even the one with the big tires. It's the smaller tires. This is like, you know, still a stock frame truck when they was back in the 70s making these monster trucks. Maybe we'll just sneak into other people's booths to do videos during the rest of the week, and you can get a little sneak peek of what else we got going on here. And by the way, guys, keep an eye out. We will be doing a whole lot of video, live videos and otherwise, and a lot of pictures on CPG Nation Live this week as we just explore the show to give you a little bit of a glimpse into what this show is all about. And you know, we're very blessed that we get to be here and see it all firsthand. Sometimes we can forget that, but we want to make sure that we share with all of you just how cool this show really is. Absolutely. So, yeah, and in fact, once we finish up this live video, I'm going to finish up one of our displays here. I'm going to start taking photos, and hopefully by middle of this afternoon, I can start uploading. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of show coverage forthcoming, and you know, right now it's all concrete floors and sheets covering products, but in the next, I guess we're down to like 24 hours. It's going to go nuts in here, and there's going to be so much to do and see and show off. We're very excited about it. The floodgates will open. What about any events this week that you're looking forward to, either SEMA or, you know, anything after hours? Well, you know, with SEMA, there is so many things going on, depending upon where you are in the industry, how old you are. There's obviously our the Yin. Yeah. The Yin, SEMA Yin group, the Young Executives Networks group, they have a great function. I think that's tomorrow night. The reception? Yes, the reception is tomorrow night. For any of you who might be out here at the show, tuning in because you're not quite tired enough this morning and you just needed a little bit more CPG in your life, you can definitely come out to that Yen reception. Some of you might see online that Yen is for people under the age of 40. Don't worry, the reception welcomes everyone. It's a good time and a chance to network with a whole lot of industry colleagues and
that's
You know,
a good chance.
absolutely. You know, they got good entertainment and good fellowship out there at that reception, so it's a lot of fun. So I'd really recommend anybody to come out there. Now, obviously, if you're in the area and you want to come see SEMA and you're not in the industry, you can still come out here and check out the cars.
Right.
You just can't get inside the building. The whole outside front of this facility is chock full
crazy.
of cars, beautiful things to look at.
Well, and I mean, Ford out front, I mean, they're jumping, historically, I haven't seen this year, but typically they're drifting Mustangs and jumping Raptors out there in the parking
and you
lot.
can go for rides in them.
Yeah.
Absolutely, just get in line.
Just show up and sign a
You
paper
can
and
ride
get
with
in.
Von Gittin Jr. We've seen Danica Patrick out here driving cars before. So it's always a lot of fun. So just think, just because you're not in the industry, you can't get to SEMA, there are activities outside of the building that you can actually partake in. In fact, one of the last things of the show is SEMA Ignited, where every single show car inside this arena or convention center leaves. And within a 2-hour period, there is a car show line exiting the building, going to this whole parking lot where every car from this show is put into one centralized parking lot, so people like you can actually go out there and check out all those cool cars that you can't see throughout the whole week.
Yeah, and one of the kind of crazy things about that, so they roll all the cars out of here very first. They close down the show on Friday night. They say, the SEMA Show is now closed. We'll see you in 2018. And then there's a lot of cheering, if we're being completely honest. And then they roll all the cars out of here, and it goes nuts. I mean, the whole convention center all at once suddenly smells like exhaust, and it's just a whole bunch of cars creeping out of the building, like 2 feet at a time.
Rises.
Yeah. And
some are pushed out. I've seen some pushed
that's true. But as they go out to Ignited, I mean, they're creepy crawling out of here. And one of the rules about having a car in this building is you can't have, what is it, an eighth of a tank or a quarter of a tank? It's got to be an eighth of a tank.
Yeah,
Quarter seems like a lot. So sometimes sorry guys, there's forklift action happening over here. One of the crazier parts about that is there have been cars, these super cool show cars that just get run out of gas because they're creepy crawling out of here into a parking lot that's across the street. They're dependent on, traffic control, and there's stands set up and fans checking out the cars, and just like Trent said, this is a cool opportunity to come out and see something you might never see.
And they also got the Battle of the Builders, right?
Yeah, the Battle of the Builders wraps up.
One of the key builders in this arena, this show, of the builders that's been selected throughout the week, will actually go home with a huge award, a huge prize, and they'll be selected as the Battle of the Builders for SEMA 2017. So that's pretty exciting. I honestly do not know who's in the running, but I can't wait to find out.
Yeah, it's a really cool competition, and they have, typically as part of the Battle of the Builders, they also have the Young Guns portion of that.
Absolutely.
So that is young, incredibly creative builders that are doing just crazy things that are so far beyond what you might anticipate for someone who's 25, 30 years old.
Exactly. They might not have the name reputation in the industry, so this is a great opportunity for them to be seen.
And it's just a trip. I mean, you see someone who's 25, 30 years old, they're just getting started. Some of the most established builders that we deal with in this industry are, up there. They're way up there. And so at 25, 30 years old, if this is where they're starting,
absolutely,
think about where they're going. I mean, that is just amazing.
Absolutely. I can't wait.
One of the events that I'm really looking forward to is Launchpad, which is sort of I don't think we're allowed to actually say the name of a show that rhymes with Mark Fank on TV. It's the SEMA Young Executives Network's version of that. But we have 10 brand new manufacturers who are seeking funding for products, seeking publicity and help and suggestions, and we will crown a new Launchpad winner actually today. So if you're around, and this is not something you have to be an exhibitor or, you don't have to have a badge for the show to go and see the Launchpad competition. That's at the Westgate Theater this morning at 11. Our CEO, Ron Coleman, is one of the judges on that stage. So he's one of 5 judges. Von Gittin Jr. is also judging this year.
Nice.
So a little bit of star power going on there. Thanks, of course, to Ron Coleman. I'm not referring to Von Gittin Jr., our very own celebrity. And it's going to be a really cool show. I got to see a little preview of that at the rehearsal yesterday, and some of the products are just mind-blowing. Now, you mentioned one that you were particularly in love with.
Hey, I mean, if I could talk about it, there's a tailgate, aftermarket tailgate you can buy that has built-in seats.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there might be some liability issues with that, but oh my gosh, how many times have you sat on your tailgate at the drag strip or at a car show, or even at a tailgate party, and you're just like, this is very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Well, this guy solved that need.
Yeah.
He saw the market and went after it, and he built an aftermarket kit that actually bolts onto your truck.
It's the whole tailgate. You just take off your tailgate, replace it with his tailgate, and now you got a place to sit at the drag strip.
It's got seats, Bluetooth, speakers, cup holders.
Big old cup holders and comfy seats.
Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, right? I mean, because how many of us have sat there at the track and you're thinking, ugh, this is pretty
very
terrible.
Uncomfortable.
It's a good thing there's cool cars to watch, because this is not a comfortable seat to sit in. And all of the launch pad entries are very cool. That one in particular stuck out. There's a really cool flex fuel edition that you can add to like pretty much any car, which is, I think, super sweet.
Yeah.
There's some really cool stuff that will be going on there. So if you are interested in kind of the future of the industry and what's new and what's happening, definitely keep an eye out on the SEMA Young Executives Network page for more information on that, because there's a lot of really cool stuff going on there.
Absolutely.
For any of you who may have just tuned in, I would ask you to kindly like and share this post to your friends. For one of you that does, we'll be giving away a CPG hat and t-shirt of your choice when we get back into Memphis next week. Don't ask me to send out things to you while I'm here, because we're busy talking to a whole bunch of crazy car people out here at this wonderful SEMA show. We've got, what else? Can we talk about any new product stuff? Do you have anything that you can give us a little snippet on?
You know, I mean,
we're kind of sneakily showing off this.
We've got fast products. We've got TCI products. You know, you're going to see some real gains in the TCI market this year because of, not only is it TCI's 50th anniversary next year, but they've come out with some great products to help promote that big monumental push for us.
I hope you're all enjoying that car alarm, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm just going to acknowledge that and move forward.
It happens throughout the whole week of the show. People don't understand how to disconnect their battery.
Yeah, and they're supposed to. That's one of the other rules. You have to disconnect your battery. We can always tell who doesn't do that when their alarm goes off.
Now, I mean, if you want to talk about valve covers.
The valve covers, yeah. I mean, just because that's, sneakily hiding behind us here.
Finally, and I've been fighting for this, Comp has LS valve covers.
And they're cool.
They're billet. They're half the price of the competition out there. They actually have built-in oil squirters that actually project oil to your springs and rockers. That's built into the valve cover. That's pretty cool. It's laser etched with our Comp logos on. It's got built-in bracket mounts where you can run existing coil brackets to it, and they're going to be really nice. I'm sure we'll be able to give you some more information here real soon on it. Yeah,
and like I said, we'll be doing a whole host of new products information coming out this week. First, we're doing an overview with Chris Douglas tomorrow. Then we'll be moving into a lot more product-specific stuff. So I've got our Chief Products Officer and one of our head engineers in on Wednesday, and we're going to be talking about several new lines of cams. So new lines of cams don't happen every day, and that is, I mean, we've got some really cool stuff going on there, so definitely tune in for that. We've got Kevin Winstead will be joining us to talk about some new TCI product offerings.
Absolutely.
Like I kind of hinted at the 700R4.
There'll be some definite advancements in the 700R4 market.
Yeah, and the 4L80 for those of you who may be tuning in at home and thinking, I don't want a 700R4. If you don't want that, you obviously need a 4L80. So between those two, big exciting stuff happening there. And it's not just the transmission. There's a lot of really innovative things happening there.
I've also heard we're going to have a prototype manifold here.
Ooh, a prototype. And if there's anyone that knows about that, it's Trent. They don't let me in on the good dirt because then I share it with all of you live on the internet.
We have a prototype manifold that should be here today. It's not going to be for release for a while, but it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be added to our LSXR line of manifolds.
Yeah.
That ain't going to be debuted this year, but we are going to have a prototype here. So we're really excited to see what people think about it. And I think it's going to change our market a little bit.
A little sneak peek. Robert says, thanks for all the support in the Mid-Atlantic 90 series of Comp Cams Inc. All my racers say how easy they are to work with. Well, we sure do appreciate that, Robert. And if you are in a place where you can, we'd always appreciate the internet love and reviews, and definitely tell your friends. And like I said, we appreciate all of your support. We could not do it without wonderful customers like yourself. And there was another comment over here. Raphael says, got my TCI torque converter, best decision I've made for my ride. We're glad to hear that, Raphael.
Absolutely.
Thank you for the purchase, and if there's anything we can do to help you and support you out there, we are happy to do that. Or at least to put you in touch with the people who can, because speaking transmission is not a forte for Trent or myself.
Don't forget, anybody out there that's using our products, make sure to tag us in your Facebook post, because in turn we will see those tags and we will share them on our Facebook pages and give you some love for promoting our products for us.
Yeah, and for anybody who might be out here at the show, you're going to want to hashtag any post that you want us to see, hashtag CPG SEMA 17. So if you've got a car out here in the show and it's running comp parts, or CPG parts rather, make sure you tag it that way so that we can check it out and share that information. And if any of you want to see what we're seeing, you can go search that hashtag on social media as well. And we are going to, like I said, we're going to be posting like crazy. Do we have any final words and wrap up, Trent? I don't know that we need to keep blabbing.
I think we'll keep it short and sweet, but thank you all so much for coming out and hanging out with us here at the SEMA Show. There's so much more great things coming your way, so make sure to stay tuned for all our upcoming videos talking about our new products and our new evolutions of the Comp Performance Group. We're going to take care of some show coverage for you. We're going to get you some pictures uploaded on Facebook. Stay tuned, enjoy, and have fun while we work for you.
Yeah, we are going to get back to work now so that we can keep providing all the best coverage all week long. Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. We appreciate it. Like and share for a chance to win, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.
Take care.